Alright. Okay, yeah, that works. Uh, I don't know, maybe just put it here? That way it gets to my whole room, but it's not as loud. I don't know. Alright, I've been quiet for a couple of minutes now. Hello, everybody. I'll probably have to reiterate this when people come into the live stream, but the basic gist of what I'm going to try to do today is essentially just boils down to chat interaction and just talking about anime live. And I got my breakfast with me, so if you hear crunching sounds, then that's my toast. But as much as I like playing games while live streaming, I'm just gonna sit back, chill out for a bit, because I got one day of work today coming up. I worked yesterday till late night, so I don't want to do anything too strenuous on the mind, like play video games or whatever. So essentially, it all just boils down to just talking about anime. And if I don't know something, I can just look it up on my phone, and it'll all be good. Yeah, it looks like everything's... Yeah. I might turn this up a bit. Just because I'm back further than I normally would. Okay, I guess that's the limit of where the volume reaches. Because I don't want to shout super loudly just so I get heard. But at the same time, I don't want to talk so softly that you don't even hear me. And I see my little GIF there is glitching out a bit. So fun times. But like I said, this is just a trial run. If it doesn't get much traction or people don't seem to care, I'll go back to the other way next time I stream. Oh yeah, and I probably should have mentioned this already. I got music up to play in the background later, but I don't want to try and have the music on with my headphones while I'm eating my breakfast, so it'll be in later, but not at the moment. So how is everybody's day been? It's only been maybe an hour since I've been up, so my day's just getting started. So I'm sure that a lot more of you guys have been up longer than me, so feel free to start a conversation. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should start on the conversation of anime. Hold on, my cord's a little bit tangled up with my... There we go, I fixed it. But I suppose I should start on the conversation of anime since I'm the one doing the streaming. But at the same time, I don't want to talk too much at the moment because I'm still eating my toast. But as it's pretty obvious, I just finished watching Hunter x Hunter this past Wednesday? Wednesday. I just finished it this past Wednesday. I think I was done with... I want to say I was done with the Chimera Ant arc by the last Sunday or Monday. So I only had the election arc to go through. And I feel like it's pretty safe to say that with Gon and Killua being on the layout right now, tomorrow's upload all being about Hunter x Hunter, it's pretty safe to say that I really enjoyed the show. Actually? I don't know. I was thinking about just talking about Hunter x Hunter with this live stream and not, well, I don't know if it really makes sense to not post the video because I already said this is part 1, I'm going to be recording part 2. But to briefly go over what I thought about Hunter x Hunter, let's see. I guess I can just get started with the characters of the show. So, Gon? Gon is not your typical protagonist, and I love him. His friendship with Killua is the most heartwarming thing in the world, but it's also the saddest thing in the world. And then, Killua, if you didn't watch my first part discussion on the show, Killua is my absolute favorite character of the show. Just because he starts from being an assassin and then essentially becomes better than anybody in his family. Except for maybe Alika. And then Kurapika, or Kurapika, I don't know actually which way to pronounce it. I think the dub pronounced it Kurapika, so I guess I'll just go with that. I would have liked it if Kurapika got more screen time, because, like I was even thinking to myself, okay, Hunter exam arc. Obviously, Kurapika was there to participate in the exam. Heaven's Arena, not there at all. Phantom Troop comes back to take care of the Phantom Troop. Greed Island, not there. Chimera Ant, not there. Election, barely there. I think I even said in my video that I hope Kurapika doesn't essentially peak at the Phantom Troop arc and doesn't do anything else for the show. It would have been cool to see everybody reunite at the end, but I guess at the same time, if they're planning on bringing it back, then that's probably why. Ooh, actually, that's a good talking point, because I know that Hunter x Hunter has what do they call it? A Dark Continent arc that's going on with the manga right now. Do you think Hunter x Hunter's gonna come back? Because I know that that's a big discussion that people have with the show. Because me, myself, obviously, I'd like to see the return of Hunter x Hunter. But, what was it? The 2011 version finished 5+ years ago? So it's not looking good. Although I guess at the same time, if you really want to watch more Hunter x Hunter, then you could watch the dub of it if you watch the sub the first time, or you could watch the sub of it if you watch the dub the first time. I actually watched a kind of mix, but the most of it I watched was sub. I think the only real part that I watched consistently dub was the election arc at the end. Actually, no, not even, because 6-7 episodes I watched dubbed, and then the last part was subbed, I believe. I don't know. Is there really anything else I can... Oh, I didn't discuss Leorio. Now, I did say that Killua is my favorite character. Leorio is definitely up there as well. He's just... I don't want to say a breath of fresh air that the show needs, but at the same time, he's the one that started the Hunter exam wanting to get money. And so I'm sure a lot of people already wrote him off after that. But then it turns out Leorio is one of the better characters in the show. Admittedly, probably even better moral-wise from Kurapika. But yeah, feel free to let me know what you're watching down in the chat. And I can give my thoughts on it. Because I'm sure that a lot of the new stuff out now is getting some talking. Like Demon Slayer. I know Demon Slayer was a really big hit last week. Let me think. What else is coming out this season that people are watching? Well, I mean, I'm watching Skill Teaser Takagi-san. I'm watching the Dumbbell anime. I don't know. Oh. Dr. Stone. Right, I forgot about that. So, I'm really curious for anybody that joins after I start this conversation or anybody that's here now. Let me know if you watched Dr. Stone, because in all honesty, I'm torn on it. Because it's the show starts up, I can't even remember their names. I'll probably just call them Big Oaf and Science Guy or whatever. Cause I can't even remember their names. I only watched 2 episodes. But it starts with Big Oaf saying, "Hey, there's this girl I like. I'm gonna confess to her today," and they already set it up that he's had opportunities, but he's never done it. Now, granted, I'm kind of in the same boat at the same time, but it's just like, come on, dude. And I don't know, because then the light comes in, everybody turns to stone, and then they want to make you care about rebuilding. This is making me sound heartless, isn't it? Because I was going to say, they make you care about rebuilding society, which I don't really care about rebuilding their society. Because it's just like, I don't know if... See, I'm still thinking about it, and I'm trying to be careful with the words that I say in case somebody actually likes Dr. Stone. But it's like you're watching an anime, but they're trying to teach you about science. But they're putting the science first rather than the anime. Because I'm sure that the conversation didn't really go like this, but the conversation in my mind essentially boils down to Science Guy meeting up with Big Oaf, and Science Guy saying, I wonder how we can bring these stone people back to life. Well, what about if we do this? And then he goes on a tangent saying, oh, okay, that works. We can do this because we can use this to mix with this to make this and whatever. And that's all well and good in the end. But then you got to consider, Big Oaf and Science Guy are the only 2 people alive at this point. So essentially, Science Guy's telling Big Oaf about how to do all this stuff when it's already been established that he's not smart at all. So I imagine the conversation just goes like, oh, I think the guy's name is Senku. Senku just says we can use this to mix with this and make this sort of product to see if it works on people. And then Big Oaf's over there, I have no idea what you just said. And at the same time, it works for a show like Dumbbell because they literally change the whole set to a stage you would find at a TV show or whatever, like an infomercial. And it's even funnier that Hibiki comments, hey, why the whole stage change? It's like they were trying to do that, but they didn't really do it well? I don't know. That's my controversial take for the day, so I think I've reached my limit. At the end of the day, I feel like Dr. Stone would be more enjoyable because, first of all, I love the opening and the ending. Both of them are super catchy. But if they laid back camp. But if they pulled the reins back on the science part of it a little bit and didn't make it so focused in the episode, then it'd probably be more enjoyable for me, because subjects like math, science, even history to an extent, a lot of subjects are just like, I don't care to watch an anime about it. I don't know. But Demon Slayer is good. I think I made this comment when I was watching it from last season, and amidst the other stuff that I was watching that season, it was either on Twitter or something that I essentially made a comment saying Kimetsu no Yaiba is the one show from this season that I'm watching that I can go into every week and be hyped to watch it every single week. Now, I'm sure that a lot of people aren't a fan of the spiders that are here right now, because I'm sure that some people do have arachnophobia. I can guarantee people have arachnophobia now that I'm thinking about it. But regardless, they do a good job of pacing, introducing new characters, fleshing out Tanjiro and Nezuko. Nezuko is just great. I even saw last night on Twitter. My mind went blank. Don't mind me. I saw last night on Twitter that Vantage started watching Demon Slayer, and that's cool, because it's always nice to see more people watching Demon Slayer. I don't know why some people call it Demon Slayer, some people call it Kimetsu no Yaiba. I don't know. So I already talked about Dr. Stone. I literally just talked about it. Kimetsu no Yaiba. Let me talk about Skilled Teaser Takagi-san, because that's not a long conversation to make. Essentially, it boils down to, if you liked the first season of the show, then you'll like the second season. Because the whole plot is just two kids that are in love with each other. They don't know it. They don't hint it much. They hint at some, but they don't hint at much. But it's essentially the girl always getting the upper hand on the boy. And if you like the first season, you'll probably like the second season. I know when I make my video about it last time, that I said that they do it in creative ways, that it's not the same every time. But I do gotta be honest. With the second season now, there are times that it's just like, oh, Takagi wins again. Ha ha ha. Which, I mean, that's the plot of the show, so I can't be too upset. But that's really the only thing that I really have an issue with. Like I said, if you like the first season, you'll probably like the second season. So let me think. What else is airing this season? Oh, 1 minute. Don't want to make sure that I'm talking with food in my mouth when I'm streaming here, even though I'm basically doing that. But let me talk about Dumbbell, which, what's the full name? Dumbbell non kilomotero, or how heavy are the dumbbells you lift? And I did make a video on that a long time ago, like maybe 6 weeks ago. Apparently that's a long time now, but essentially it's girls working out and fan service. That's essentially the bare bones of it. But it's much more than that at the same time, because Hibiki has great facial reactions. 1 second. Sorry about that. I felt a sneeze coming up and I didn't want you to hear it directly from the mic. You probably still heard it since I didn't walk too far away, but anyway, yeah, Hibiki has the best reactions from all that show. To be fair, all of the characters do. And it helps that it's made by the same people that made New Game, because I really like New Game. But as obvious as it sounds, if you like the Dumbbell anime, then you'll watch it. But at the same time, not everybody's going to enjoy it. Like Takagi-san, if you like stuff that's kind of over the top a little bit of fan service, then you might like it. I don't know. So what else? Unfortunately, there's not really much that I'm watching this season as far as new anime. I know I already mentioned Takagi-san and a couple of others, but outside of that, there's not much. Oh, I did watch the first episode of Fire Force. I watched it dub, actually. But at the same time, I can't really say too much about Fire Force, being that I only watched one episode of it. But from what I've seen from Fire Force, I really enjoy it. I actually need to go back to watch more of it. But I think that's all that I'm watching from this season. Let me check. Oh. Alright, let's see what my anime list has for 2019 anime. Okay. Oh, yeah! Danmachi Season 2. I actually forgot about that. I did talk about Danmachi Season 1 in Let's Talk Anime. If I'm not mistaken, the video has been recorded, it's been edited, thumbnail's been made, so it'll be out sometime. Now, Vinland Saga, I actually do kind of want to watch. It looks cool, and I really like the opening. Oh, what's it called? Do You Love Your Mom and Your two hit target attacks or something like that? Whatever it's called. Essentially the mom isekai, which never thought that was going to be a thing. What are these? I'm on the site right now. Oh, that must be number of episodes. It has in parentheses numbers, and I'm assuming that's the number of episodes. Oh, Fire Force is getting 24, apparently. That's cool. Takagi-san, yeah. Oh, yeah. Kanata no Astra. Somebody wanted me to watch that. I haven't gotten around to that yet. I did hear the opening to Copcraft. I really like it. It kind of makes me want to watch it. I think I've seen everything. There's an anime on here called Business Fish. And I think that's basically self-explanatory. Oh yeah, and obviously I'm watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains as well. Kind of forgot about that because I don't typically classify that as seasonal. I think that's all. Oh, what do we... Oh, wait. Oh, that's... They're having an ONA about cells at work. I'm down for it. Digimon survive? What? Oh yeah, I did see about Cannon Busters. Oh yeah, I already watched one of those. Oh, there's gonna be a Mob Psycho OVA? Dude, that's gonna be so cool. Of course, I'm just looking at this online. Oh yeah, that Konosuba movie, I'm sorry. And I'm guessing that Violet Evergarden isn't gonna get its movie just yet, or free. Just after what happened with them, I'd be surprised. Alright, let me go back up to the top of here. What would that be? Fall 2019. Let me just get a look of what fall 2019 is looking like. My Hero Academia season... Oh, it is coming out! Season 4 of MHA. Oh, I'm so looking forward to that. Oh, that's right. There's the second season of Bokuben. Okay. And High Score Girl. Always mess that up. Now, I did see this Beastars thing on there. It looks pretty interesting. I'm gonna at least watch it. To be fair, I think what I might do... And... Hold on, let me go over this. Let me look over everything first. Okay, that looks good. Hokago Saikoro Club. That looks nice. That looks pretty cool. But what I'll probably do, and I'm not taking all the credit for doing this, but what I'm gonna try to do when the next season of anime comes out is go through every single thing that's new and watch through the first episode of each thing and then decide what I like, what I don't like. My friend Vifus does something that's pretty similar with his friends, so figure if it works, because for all I know, something that I end up watching could end up being my new favorite. Who knows? Well, it's getting to be 10 o'clock in the morning for me, so I think I'm just going to call the stream here and end it. I didn't really get much accomplished. Actually, it took me almost that whole time to eat my toast, while at the same time talking about anime. But I want to make sure to say this now and every single time that I think about it, even if it's not much support, whatever anybody can give, I really appreciate. Even just 41 minutes out of their day to hear me blabbing about stuff that they might not even watch. But that is going to be it for me. I will see you. Actually, I'll probably see you in the comments for tomorrow's video. I'm super excited for tomorrow's video. I don't want to spoil it, even though I think I might have already spoiled it on Twitter. Oh well. This is Infernape Shinjo, and I'm signing out. Momentai.